What can you tell us about this story? Where is it all going?
Well, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 essentially starts 60 seconds after the first Cloudy ended, with our hero, Flint Lockwood, a backyard inventor, the guy who created a machine that could turn water into food. At the end of the first movie, he had to do battle with the machine, he blew it up, and we find him on this food pile with all of his family and friends, and they're planning their future, when all of a sudden they're interrupted by a helicopter falling out of the sky, or landing from the sky. The doors open, and we meet our new character, a fellow named Chester V. Chester V is an amazing inventor and one of Flint's heroes. So Flint is shocked that he's showing up here. The reason that Chester has come is to help the island by cleaning up the leftovers. So everybody's like, yay! And he says, the one catch is that you all have to leave. Oh! So this community that worked together to win the first movie now is scattered. But for Flint, he ends up working for Chester at his company called LiveCore in beautiful San Fran Jose, California. So while he's there, kind of living the dream, he's like an inventor in a sea of inventors. Nobody knows this, but on the island, the Fladisminifer, bits of it survive.
Yeah, so a great jungle has kind of grown up, and all these food creatures are being born.
Right.
And then Flint finds out that he then has to go back to the island to shut off the machine.
So he's got to go gather up his friends, like get the band back together, go back to the island, hunt down the Fladisminifer, and turn it off once and for all. And along the way, they run into a cornucopia of creatures that we're calling
Foodimals.
Foodimals.
Yeah.
And there was also a little love story between Flint and Sam in the first one.
Yeah.
Where is their relationship going, really?
Well, I mean, it's one thing to get the girl, it's another thing to keep the girl. So that's sort of the core of this film, is that Flint and Sam story. So we wanted to take Flint from being emotionally like 14 years old at the end of the first film, where he kissed a girl, and take him to high school. So the idea is that now he's got this relationship, and he's got to learn how to be in that relationship at the same time as he's changing and growing up as a person and becoming, you know, a more mature person, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's still Flint Lockwood, which means he's not very mature. Yeah.
Well, you didn't direct the first movie, but how is your relationship with the first two directors?
Well, it's pretty great. I mean, we worked with Chris Miller and Phil Lord on the first film. I was a storyboard artist.
And I was the head of story on that film.
Yeah,
so
and we both worked on it for, I think I was on it for about 3 years. And
4.5 years?
Yeah.
It's a long time.
And so we worked very closely with those guys, and they were actually, they picked us to direct this film. So they're still in the family, and they're our executive producers.
They come down every now and then.
Yes.
They talk to us. So it was a really natural transition, because having spent so long in the world and watching the birth of these characters and seeing that story evolve, we had a lot of ideas that we didn't get to do. So we kind of started there. I mean,
I mean, there was a little bit of the sentient food creatures at the end of the first film, and there were sequences that we boarded with, you know, more food creatures. And so it was great to be able to come back and explore those ideas again and grow them.
Leftovers, right?
Yes, we reheated those
the
leftovers
and started there.
Yeah, delicious though, delicious.